guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?
You should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold it.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. It's a rematch of one of the great NFL playoff games of all time. The Chargers and Dolphins underway from Miami. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Eckler. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27th. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Out of the gun, Herbert. He'll have a first down past the 40. And to the right side here, it's Allen.
Complete to Keenan Allen.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Running on first down, Eckler. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's a toss right side for Breida. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers 36. 5 yards on the play there. It's a drive will continue.
Run there by Matt Breida, and he spent the early part of his career in San Francisco sharing the backfield and sharing the ball. What you really want with him, open space and make sure he's touching it, because he can take it from 0 to the end zone in a very short amount of time.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. One of the storylines in this one, 2 rookie quarterbacks, 2 very good ones. The 2nd and 3rd QBs taken behind Joe Burrow in this year's draft. Tua with the Dolphins at 5, and then Justin Herbert to the Chargers just 1 pick later.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
To a hit, and the ball is out. And picked up by the Chargers. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
On the carry.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now the second down throw on target.
That's good.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Breida looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle, and he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here we go.
On second down, Tua. And that'll be incomplete. Preston Williams, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Casey Hayward, the Pro Bowler, there to knock it away.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
A gain of
11 yards there, 1st down. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw here, Herbert. Flush to his right. Herbert has it knocked free. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chargers 7, Dolphins nothing.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
A 30-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
On the screen, this is Eckler. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
With Melvin Gordon moving on to Denver, Austin Eckler is officially the Chargers' #1 option at the running back position. Gordon spent a lot of time holding out last year. Eckler took full advantage with a breakout season. 92 receptions, 993 yards, and 8 touchdowns. He's in the top 10 in the league in receptions, receiving touchdowns, and all-purpose yards.
He was looking for the Pro Bowl wideout Keenan Allen there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again. Herbert, he'll get this to Eckler. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. The trot. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Martin, I know it's hard to believe, but sometimes guys who are built with the dimension of linebackers can actually get lost from sight by the quarterback.
Well, they're usually not the tallest guys.
So, yeah, that allows them sometimes to kind of hide down in there, kind of get a little bit lower, and maybe he just never saw him. But, boy, he sure wishes he had. He picked it off and ran it all the way back for a touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
10 at their own 33.
The Charger drive about to get going. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. 20! And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Chargers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Chargers 14, Dolphins 10. Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Isaiah McKenzie that time, but now it's third down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Chargers 21, Dolphins 10. Michael Badgley to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Dancing to his left. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Derwin James with a pick. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On first and 10, Herbert. On Herbert, his third interception. Picked off around the 27. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. 9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's first and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and we will not see a return to start the half. This will be a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Breida to get the third quarter started. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Justin Jones there on the stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On first down, here's Breida. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. And now he's going to use his legs. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. That'll be complete to Breida. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Matt Breida, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown.
The Dolphins are lining up.
Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And this is incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 4.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
His throw caught at about the 5. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that's that sets up a 1st and goal.
3-yard line.
They'll try to run with Breida, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead.
Extra point is.
And his kick is good.
Makes the score Dolphins 25, Chargers 21.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where...
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Eric Rowe that time able to knock that pass away.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Two things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Returnable for Grant. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Dolphin football.
44-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction. So now what can they do on 3rd? And that will be incomplete.
Tagovailoa's pass intended for Jakeem Grant.
Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
For the Dolphins.
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. A big spot for the rookie Herbert. Flush to his right. He'll run it. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Herbert's throw going to be caught by Henry. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Back at the 40-yard line.
On play action, here's Tua. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be caught. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie, his first touchdown on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Dolphins offense cashes in with 6. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Dolphins 32, Chargers 21.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try to pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Freedom. And he'll be close to a 1st down at the Chargers 36. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Here's Tua. And it's caught by Parker. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Tua to Parker there for the Miami 1st.
2-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They run again with Breida. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 22. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Tua. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Preston Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins head on to their lead.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And they take a knee.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And they will take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they can pick up something. Instead, they were thrown for a loss.
Today's final score, Dolphins.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Dolphins, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll have another home date next week as the LA Rams come to town. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.